What is going on, everybody? Slavic Fitness is back. I wanted to make a video about my favorite exercise routine. I call it the Slavic 4x6. Why 4x6? Well, it's a good compromise between working with heavy weights but also getting enough reps in to be able to stimulate maximum muscle hypertrophy. That's about 50 reps per muscle group per week, enough to stimulate maximum hypertrophy. It is composed of big whole body compound exercises utilizing barbells and your own body weight to minimize the time you spend in the gym working out. Ideally, you would do it 3 times per week. Say 1 week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, ABA. The next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, BAB. But it can also work really well if you only want to train 2 times per week. Maybe other things in life will get in the way of your recovery and you just don't want to train as often. Well, you can do AB Monday and Friday, the next week BA Monday, Friday. And because you are training the same muscle groups just from different angles in both workouts, you will stimulate your muscles 2 times per week, which is enough. So without anything further ado, let's dissect the routine. Okay, so workout A is going to consist of 3 main compound exercises and 2 accessory ones. Accessories are optional and you don't have to do them if you don't feel like doing them, although they are highly recommended, especially if you are training only twice per week. We are going to start with the squat, back squat, front squat, doesn't matter. You can alternate between the two or pick the one that you prefer. Fabulous exercise for the whole of the lower body and your core. No need to go into much detail here. Second exercise will be the bench press. Again, a great builder for the chest, front of the shoulders and triceps. Going all the way down, touching your chest and locking out at the top. No cheating allowed, as you will be only cheating yourself out of progress and risking an injury down the road. Third exercise is going to be barbell rows. If you really can't stand barbell rows, you can try suspended rows on a suspension trainer or an Olympic bar inside the rack, but it's hard to add weight and gauge progress over time with these. Another option are those plate-loaded machine rows. For the accessory work, I picked the lateral raises with dumbbells. They really supplement the overhead press when it comes to the overall aesthetic appeal of your shoulders, as they will work the side of the deltoids, making them appear rounder when looked from the front or from the back. The second exercise are biceps curls, done with dumbbells or barbells. And I added those just because people like to do biceps. No special needs for them, as both rows and chin-ups done correctly heavily stimulate the biceps. A. Workout B starts with the deadlift. I recommend you to do only the positive or the concentric portion of the movement and reset on the floor before each and every rep. That will stimulate the central nervous system maximally and avoid some of the injury potential by avoiding the eccentric loading on the way down, because you will only be following the bar on the way down as it is pulled by the gravity. Second exercise is the standing overhead press, and there is really no substitute for this one. You must do this standing. Movement starts with the bar resting on the top of your chest, with you proceeding to a full lockout and returning the bar to the upper chest. That way you maximally engage the shoulders and the upper chest, but the press is fantastic exercise for your stabilizer muscles also. Think about it, that heavy poundage is above your head. Imagine seeing someone holding his or her own body weight above his head or her head, and tell me that person is not very strong. Finally, chin-ups. Overhand, underhand grip. I prefer underhand because of the bigger range of motion and they stimulate the biceps better. But you can alternate between the two if you want, or pick the one that you prefer. Again, no substitute for this one. If you can't do them, do negatives. Jump up and lower yourself slowly. You will quickly be able to bang out a few. And for the accessories, I picked lying triceps extensions. This will be the first accessory movement. No real need for those. Make sure you are lowering the bar or the dumbbells behind your head and not to the forehead to prevent getting tendonitis, which is inflamed tendon, which can happen when you are doing them the way skull crushers, traditional skull crushers are done. And as I said, bench press and the shoulder press both work the triceps, but novices like to train their arms, so there you go, some added arm stimulation. Second accessory will be calf raises. And I feel calves for a lot of people are lacking. I mean, a lot of people lack in the calf department, and bringing them up helps a physique tremendously. Okay, so those are your workouts. Remember that nothing is set in stone. Feel free to modify the routine as you wish. For example, maybe 4 sets of squats or 4 sets of deadlifts is too much for you to recover from. Cut back to 3 sets. Maybe you have a lacking body part that you want to bring up. Feel free to do the isolation movement intended to bring up that body part every workout. It's your physique. You are the sculptor. Just follow the general guidelines and you should be golden. Also remember to adjust the diet according to your own needs. If you want to build muscle, stay in a caloric surplus. If you want to lose fat, be in a caloric deficit. That combined with hard work and dedication will give results. Slavic Fitness out.